So if we're proving something is parallel, we're going to be using the, it's not necessarily opposite, but like, it's called the converse. It's when we switch the if and then. So the theorem itself says if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then corresponding angles are congruent. The converse says if two lines cut by a transversal have corresponding angles that are congruent. So notice that this was if something's cut, then, so if parallel lines are cut, then corresponding angles are congruent. Now it's if corresponding angles are congruent, then the lines are parallel. So if two lines are parallel, then corresponding angles are congruent. Then the converse is if corresponding angles are congruent, then the lines are parallel. Okay? So it's just switching the if and the then. It's called the converse. Okay? And this works in math very well. So I want you guys to use the converse here. So if you know, well, actually, I'm going to do this one, and then you'll do the next one. It'll be exciting. So if I know that angle 6 is congruent to angle 7. So first thing I'm going to do is mark angle 6 and angle 7. I know that they lie on a transversal. So what line do both 6 and 7 share? They both share B. So this is my transversal. Okay, that's my transversal, which means the two lines that make up the other parts of the angles are going to be parallel. So line L is parallel to line M. So I can say L is parallel to M. Notice I do the fancy L so I don't think it's 1. Okay, I want you guys to use that same logic right here on these two problems. You're given two angles are congruent, and you're supposed to figure out what lines, based on that information, can you say are parallel. Okay, there are more lines on those pictures than are necessary, so you actually have to do some thinking there. Okay, and then once you do that, I want you to look at this. They're saying that the measure of angle 1 is 65, the measure of angle 2 is 65. Can you, with what you know, say they're parallel? And by what converse theorem can you say they're parallel? All right? And then write your recap, and you are done for today.